Coming up on Winning Bets, it's our weekly NASCAR show where the boys are running at Richmond this weekend for a chance to win $35,000. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Jason Mattis with Winning Bets. Thanks for coming along on this episode where we do our weekly NASCAR show. That's right, we can win $10,000 on the NBC Sports Predictor app and $25,000 on the Finish Line app. The boys are racing at Richmond this weekend. This is my hometown racetrack. I've actually been to this racetrack several times. Back in the day, I used to work for 96.5 The Planet radio station. They were a classic rock station, and a large part of their demographic was NASCAR fans, so we would go to the track every time the boys would come into town and, set up a booth, what have you, play music, give free shit away. And that was a lot of cool. I enjoyed, hanging out at the racetrack that weekend and actually getting inside the racetrack too and also seeing it. So real good racetrack here. It's a 3/4 mile asphalt track. It's a super speedway. No real comps to Richmond. I guess the closest is you could say is maybe New Hampshire and Dover are pretty similar, but Richmond kind of is its own little beast here. I think this year, the track history that I always look up and provide for you guys here is going to be super important for this racetrack, because they'll go to the same racetrack multiple times within a season, but this is going to be the first time they've driven at Richmond so far this season, and we know NASCAR is not doing any qualifying and practice leading up to the race. So what you do, beforehand with your experience, the drivers are really going to have to lean on that. So I think that's going to matter. As you guys know, I look up all the research here going on to it, the drivers' current form, what have they been doing recently, what have they done at the track in the last 6 races. That takes us all the way back to 2017. So remember, when I give out numbers, that's what my stats are all about. Let's go ahead and start with the NBC Sports Predictor app. That's the chance to win $10,000. You guys remember they give you a group of drivers, and you got to figure out who's going to finish best in Stage 1, Stage 2, and Stage 3. And then you got to pick a top 3. So let's jump on into it. All right, so for Stage 1, I'm going to go ahead and give it to Kurt Busch. Look, he's got 1 top 5, 2 top 10s, an average finish of 11.67, and he's got a driver rating of 93.4. Really likes the Richmond track. And I'll tell you, I was really impressed with Kurt Busch. I watched that entire race last weekend, and the way he stayed out there when everybody else pitted, and he rode those 2 tires all the way to the end there at Darlington, which is a really tough track. I was really impressed by Kurt Busch. We know he's a veteran along there, but that was just really impressive. He seems to be really on his game, so we'll go ahead and take Kurt Busch. Stage 2, let's go ahead and give it to Martin Truex Jr. He's got 2 wins, 3 top 5s, 4 top 10s, an average finish of 8.17, and a driver rating of 123.7. Martin Truex Jr. has also won the last 2 races here at Richmond, so obviously a guy that really loves this track. He does worry me a little bit. He always seems to be doing something dumb towards the end of these races, which is costing him a victory. He's running obviously extremely well. He's one of the top and the hottest drivers in all of the NASCAR circuit, but he just seems to be doing something really dumb at the end that takes away his chances to win. I mean, just look at him the last weekend when he was racing hard with Chase Elliott, and he got up into Chase Elliott and crashed both of them and caused them both to, finish way towards the back of the pack. But here in Stage 2 earlier on, this is his wheelhouse. This is where he's super dominant. So go ahead and give me Truex Jr. Stage 3, give me Kyle Busch. He's got 2 wins, 3 top 5s, 5 top 10s, an average finish of 6.17, and a driver rating of 100.5. So for a top 3, let's go ahead. I'm going to do Kyle Busch is going to be the winner of this racetrack. A couple things I like here with Kyle Busch. I know he hasn't gotten a win so far this season, but he's running well. He does seem to screw up at the end, but his crew chief is actually suspended for this race, so he's got to have a temporary crew chief leading him away. And maybe this is just what he needs to mix it up and get him into victory lane, as another crew chief telling him what to do. And also, I mentioned no practice, no lead time leading up to this racetrack. Well, Kyle Busch is going to get that practice leading up to this racetrack, because he's going to run in the Xfinity Series Saturday afternoon before the lights show on the Big Boy circuit Saturday night. So Kyle Busch will have 250 laps of experience earlier on in the day Saturday. I think that's going to pay off. The crew chief is going to pay off, and he's going to get himself in a victory lane for the first time this season. All right, so second place, let's give it to Joey Logano. Look, he's got 1 win, 4 top 5s, 4 top 10s, an average finish of 5.67, which is best in the last 6 races since 2017, and a driver rating of 104.7. Joey Logano is awesome. And third place, I'm going to give it to Truex Jr. Look, it's hard to dismiss what he's been doing. He is always running top 3, top 5. Can't quite get the finish, so I'm going to put him in third place. So to recap, I've got the going Kurt Busch, Martin Truex Jr., Kyle Busch, Joey Logano, and Truex Jr. is how we'll round out the NBC Sports Predictor app. All right, let's jump on over to the Finish Line app. You guys recall that's where you can win $25,000. They give you 8 questions. 6 questions is pick the best driver to finish amongst the group. Question 7 is give me a winner, and question 8 is give me a second place. So let's jump on into it. Group 1, I'm going to go with Joey Logano for the aforementioned reasons. Group 2, we're going to go with Kyle Busch. Group 3, we're going to go with Kurt Busch. Group 4, let's go with Austin Dillon. 2 top 10s, an average finish of 15, a driver rating of 75.9. For Group 5, let's go with Ryan Newman. He's got 2 top 5s, 4 top 10s, an average finish of 12.67, and a driver rating of 83.9. And Group 6, I can't believe I'm saying Stenhouse Jr. You guys know how I feel about this group. It's the shit amongst the shit. But Stenhouse Jr. has got some good numbers here at Richmond. He is a halfway decent driver. He's got 1 top 5, 5 top 20s, an average finish of 15, and a driver rating of 77.5. It's hard to ignore those numbers amongst those other guys. For a winner, you guys know I'm going Kyle Busch. Second place, I'm going Joey Logano. So to recap, go Logano, Kyle Busch, Kurt Busch, Austin Dillon, Newman, Stenhouse Jr., then go Kyle Busch and Joey Logano. I'm going to give you guys 3 more extra bets, real bets. You guys know I'm on fire profiting on NASCAR. We've now profited 3 weekends in a row in NASCAR. I gave these head-to-head bets out earlier on Friday's video, but I'll just go ahead and include them in here since they are NASCAR related. I'm doing a Kyle Busch over Ryan Blaney head-to-head. That's plus 105. Joey Logano over Chase Elliott minus 122, and Austin Dillon over Tyler Reddick at minus 115. All right, guys, there it is. Those are our picks for a chance to win $35,000 this weekend. The boys are at Richmond. I can't wait to watch this race and see how it unfolds. All right, guys, see you on next week's NASCAR video. I'm Jason Mattis.
Thanks for watching this episode of Winning Bets. I'm Jason Mattis. I'll see you again when we are celebrating the wins and making more winning bets. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more winning bets.